Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at a Hall effect sensor. Hall effect sensor is designed to detect magnetic fields, and this one in particular is designed to detect when a magnetic field is within a certain proximity and the signal will drop low when the sensor is exposed to the field, and then when the field is removed from the sensor it will go high again. So it is a logic output sensor, and it detects a magnetic field magnitude above a certain amount. It is the Infineon TLE4906. So let's go ahead and look at the datasheet really quick, and we can jump into how this sensor works. So it is the TLE4906-2K sensor. So right here you'll see the pin configuration and where the sensitive area on the sensor is. This just has a supply voltage, an output, and a ground. So super easy to wire up, and you'll see the applied magnetic field. When it goes above the on threshold, it will send the signal low, and then when it goes below the off threshold, which is lower than the on, it will come back high. And there is a time delay, TD. Delay time is 13 microseconds. So with that information, you can use the frequency that you're expecting and decide whether or not this sensor will be responsive enough for you. But let's scroll back up to the application circuit. We can see right here, all it needs is 2 capacitors and 2 resistors. Very simple circuit. So since this is a very low wattage device, you can put all these components on an extremely small package. I mean, it's tiny. I'll show you on the overhead camera here in a second. But yeah, this is all you need. It only comes in a surface mount configuration, so you do have to do a little bit of delicate soldering to get this configured, but it is well worth it if you're going to use this sensor. So let's come over here. So as you can see right here, it's an extremely small package. It's about the size of my tip of my pinky finger. That little black box is the sensor in the middle, and there are a couple the capacitors and resistors around it. The way I wired this up, the white wire is power, the green wire is ground, and the blue wire is the output signal. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our voltage supply here. We're going to put our voltage supply ground and our oscilloscope ground here, and then we're going to put our oscilloscope signal here, or the positive lead. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And I do apologize in advance. My oscilloscope and power supply leads aren't long enough to reach over to the overhead camera, so I'm going to hook it up just like I said while the sensor was over there. And so this is what it looks like right here. Okay, so what we've got now is the oscilloscope hooked up to the sensor. The power supply is off right now, so I'm going to turn it on, and this line right here should bump up because the signal is high whenever there is not a magnet exposed to the sensor. So it goes high, we're at 5 volts. I have a little magnet placed on the end of this 3D printed tube. So I'm going to approach the sensor, and it should go low. Yep, there we go. So it has to be within about 5 millimeters of the sensor. So this is just one of those small magnets that are in toys and stuff. So it's not very strong. So this one has to be within about 5 millimeters of the sensor. So I'm gonna approach the sensor again, and you see that drop down. Yeah, so the time delay for detecting it, approaching and leaving is 13 microseconds. So that's how you hook up this sensor. It's super simple to use. All you have to do is get a small circuit board to mount it on. I recommend putting the supporting hardware right on there with it. That way you don't have to mess around with sticking any of the components anywhere else. If you get the small circuit board from JLC PCB, you can get those resistors and capacitors soldered on there already. So when it arrives to you, all you have to do is add the sensor, or you can get a stencil and add all the components yourself. If you want to see more stuff like this, subscribe, hit the bell. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button if you found it interesting or informative. Make sure to be kind to someone today, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.